Hi everyone, Philip Travis here, and I'm here at one of our UNESCO World Heritage Sites. We're in Wales, North Wales, not too far from England, near Liverpool, and we are at Conway Castle. Conway Castle is a very, very interesting place, and it's a spectacular castle to visit. I don't know if you can see out here, but the towers, and there's a lot of reconstruction and work going on in this castle right now, but it's all original, and the towers and the works of this castle are incredible. Um, we are standing on top of the prison of this castle, but before I talk about that, let me talk a little bit more about the building of this castle. This castle was built actually by Edward the First. Edward the First is usually associated with things like, for example, terrible things like forcing the Jewish people out of England. He's also interestingly associated with the formation of Parliament. Not long after the Magna Carta was signed by King John, he began the original formation of Parliament, which was in part done so he could raise money for the numerous wars that he was fighting. This castle, Edward the First had built, well, not the castle, but the walls around it, which I'll show you a little bit later, was built in some 4 years. It was incredible. And we're actually standing on what was the prison. And if the camera lady comes this way, you can take the camera without dropping it down here. You look all the way down this shaft. This shaft was in the heart of the prison tower. And if you came here, you really would not want to be imprisoned here, an incredibly difficult place to think about escaping from. Edward I is king during the 13th and 14th century. He's also the king associated in the movie Braveheart, the Longshanks. And again, this is a very defensive, strategically defensive location for this castle here on the waterway in Wales, and built very quickly to help to thwart off invaders. Now, if you come this way, I'll show you the walls that are built around this town. And again, incredibly, all this structure was constructed in 4 years, which is kind of incredible for medieval engineering. So come this way, let's look out the window, and let's take a look at these quite impressive walls, which actually you can walk almost around the entirety of this old village of Conway. So if we look out here, if you look just down there, you can see part of the walls with the various defensive towers, installations designed to provide strategic defense for the castle during the reign of Edward I and his subsequent successors. Now, of course, it also should be included and mentioned that this was not only, it was a very strategic positioned castle, and so it was very, very difficult to get in. Coming in, you had to go over a drawbridge, you had to go over through a little defensive quarter area, you had to climb very steep stairs, very much designed to keep enemies out and to allow friends in. And of course, it would have been, it's a massive castle. It's associated with these walls that go around the entire town. But it's a castle that was very well defended. And of course, the walls are evidence of this. And of course, you would never want to be brought to this area. We're standing on top of the prison tower because, of course, medieval justice was quite a frightening thing in the days of Edward I.